there. Seventh, the catcher, number 27, Christian Olia. Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 12, David Shackleford. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 8, Sam Stevenson. And on the mound for the Goldpanners, number 46, Lucas Santos. And now the starting lineups for the home team, Hutchinson Monarchs, and their head coach, Casey Leipold. Leading off, the right fielder, number 27, Jake Gutierrez. Batting second, the shortstop, number 13, Drew Buckner. Batting third, the left fielder, number 14, Jaden Gustafson. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, number 36, Tyson Bassert.
Mike.
Hitting fifth, the first baseman, number 35, AJ Mustard.
We are live at the NBC World Series here in Wichita, Kansas. Garrow Von Dane welcoming you here to the 91st Annual National Baseball Congress World Series. The Alaska Goldpanners have advanced to the quarterfinal stage and are getting set to take on the Hutchinson Monarchs. The Monarchs, who've played in the championship game the last 2 years, winning it all 2 seasons ago, with a big win yesterday to advance to this quarterfinal round and face the Goldpanners, who are 3-0 at the tournament. The Monarchs are now 3-1, had to play yesterday. Goldpanners had a bye after going 3-0 in pool play. Now these two teams match up in single elimination time with the season on the line. The Goldpanners at a record of 34-5 this season. They are taking on the Monarchs, who are 30-8. The Monarchs play in the Jayhawk League. They won that league this year. The Goldpanners, of course, an independent. After many years in the Alaska Baseball League, Goldpanners have been an independent over the past decade and are ready to go here in the quarterfinals. Great to be back with you on ESPN Radio Fairbanks, 107.9 FM and 820 AM, and on PannerVision on the YouTube page, audio-only style. There is also a video feed on the NBC World Series site that you can sync up to the audio while you're listening to ESPN Radio in Fairbanks. Chris Carlson engineering from here in the press box. Garrow Von Dane with you live here at Wichita State University X Stadium as we are going through the starting lineups for the Goldpanners, who will be the visiting team today. And batting first, it'll be Owen Mealy leading off and playing right field. Alex Garcia, second baseman, batting second, the North Pole kid. Ian Armstrong, the first baseman, batting third. Matthew Pinal is the designated hitter in the cleanup spot. Vinny Venverlo batting fifth and playing third base. The left fielder Garrett Davidson in the sixth spot. Catching is Christian Olea. And batting eighth is David Shackleford, the center fielder, and then Sam Stevenson, the shortstop, batting ninth. The Goldpanners will send Lucas Sarantos to the mound, the 6'3" right-hander from St. Mary's. For the Hutchinson Monarchs, they will pitch Ethan Geisbrecht. Geisbrecht, number 28, will start for the Monarchs, a right-handed pitcher from Kansas State. For the Monarchs, leading off will be Jake Gutierrez, the right fielder. Drew Buckner batting second and playing short. The left fielder is Jaden Gustafson batting third. In the cleanup spot, Tyson Vassert, and batting fifth is sixth. Keegan Demmer is catching and batting seventh, is the third baseman, and Dylan Bell, the center fielder. Goldpanners baseball here on PannerVision and on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Power and transmission, and Jerry and Howard Maxwell. We are awaiting the national anthem here before today's ball game. It is a busy day here with 6 games taking place. Heavy rains and lightning much of the night last. Called a game that was halfway through and postponed it until today. And some final scores from earlier. Junction City, the team the Goldpanners beat in their last game, 6-4. So the Twins move on to face the Seattle Studs later today. Also today, the Santa Barbara Foresters, who some thought was the top team in the tournament, were eliminated by the Lone Star Kraken in a fantastic game. The final score in that one, Kraken 6, Foresters 4. The Kraken had a 4-1 lead in the 8th. The Foresters came back to tie. Then the Kraken scored 2 in the top of the 9th and hung on to win. The Foresters had a runner on with 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. And the final batter was struck out looking on a sick fastball in the outside corner. And the Foresters are sent packing here in the quarterfinals. The Hutchinson Monarchs take the field. The Goldpanners lost the coin toss and are the visitor, but they will get to bat first. And Coach Carlos Gonzalez saying, I asked him what the keys to today's game was. He had just one key, that was score first. Panners will get to bat first and see if they can score first. The Goldpanners trying to put it all together today. Over the first 3 games, trying to get all 3 phases cracking in the same ball game. Panners, not great starting pitching the first 2 games, but scored a lot of runs. In Game 3, excellent starting pitching, but the bats were a little silent. A 2-0 victory, but it was an exciting, nail-biting win over the JC Brigade on Tuesday. 2-0 final, a complete shutout from Matthew Pinal, Brett Maddock, and Brent Godina. They combined for 9 innings, no runs on just 3 base hits, 6 strikeouts, and 0 walks. That's how you win ball games at the NBC World Series. If you're just tuning in, this is Garo Von Dane bringing you Goldpanners baseball from the NBC World Series at X Stadium on the campus of Wichita State University. It's cooled off a bit here today. Temperatures in the low 80s, which feels fantastic after a week of mid-90s and high humidity. And we are set to go here at 1 minute past 5 local time, 1 minute past 2 in the great state of Alaska. Greetings to all of our friends back in the Golden Heart. What a summer it was in Fairbanks. Hope you made it out to the ballpark at least once, hopefully more.
Waiting off for the Goldpanners.
Had about 20,000 or so come to the field this summer. Great summer of Goldpanners baseball back at Groudon. And now here we are at Wichita State, and the first pitch is called a strike on the Goldpanner leadoff hitter Owen Mealy, who was blazing hot but went 0-4 in the last game to end a 12-game hitting streak. But Mealy, nevertheless, has had a great season for the Goldpanners. Owen batting .390 this summer. And he leads off, followed by Alex Garcia and then Ian Armstrong. And the right-hander, Ethan Geisbrecht, 6'3", from Kansas State University. He's a Canadian, a Manitoba native. There's a swing and a miss from Mealy. And it's 2-2. Single elimination time. Goldpanners season could end today. That's the first for this year. But hoping to advance to tomorrow's semifinals. Swing and a miss. Mealy can't catch up to that fastball away. And he is a strikeout victim to open up this ball game. And here comes Alex Garcia. Agar, the North Pole Alaska native, in his 4th year with the Goldpanners. Played every position in the final home game at Groudon. Started at catcher and finished the game pitching in the 9th inning. And Agar, his last season as a player, after finishing up his collegiate eligibility, he's moving on to a coaching career at Butte College in Chico, California. He's driving straight from here to Chico after this tournament. Starts with a strike against Geisbrecht. The right-hander's pitch. And he is starting with fastballs and strikes, getting ahead of the first couple of Goldpanner hitters. Strikes out Mealy. Now he's up 0-2 on Garcia with Armstrong to follow. And he reaches out and rolls one to short. This is a tough play here for Bugner, the speedy Garcia, who is safe at first base. Alex hustles in an infield single, and just one of the tools he brings to the table, Alex Garcia, is that speed. An infield hit for Agar brings up Ian Armstrong now with the runner on, and Armstrong with a monster home run
Number 38, Ian
2 nights ago against the Brigade over the Shocker Baseball scoreboard and left. 435-foot home run for Armstrong. He's batting .315 this summer. He's 6 for 12 here at the NBC. Freshman from St. Mary's, California native. Big news for the Goldpanners in the major leagues today, as former catcher and star Rafael Flores has been traded from the Yankees to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Been fielding calls and texts all day long. Twitter's blowing up. Flores goes to my hometown Pirates. He was in AAA, minor league player of the year last year for the Yankees, and everyone in Pittsburgh up in arms because they traded away their closer, David Bednar, who is a Pittsburgh native and a huge fan favorite. But I'm excited for Rafa to come to Pittsburgh. Played for the Goldpanners in 2022 before signing with the Yankees midsummer. And played for Carlos Gonzalez at Cyprus. Swinging a foul tip into the glove. And that is a strikeout of Armstrong. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Ethan Geisbrecht, the Kansas State product. Here's Matthew Pinal. Matthew Pinal, one of the top players for the Goldpanners overall, 2-way player, and was marvelous yesterday, pitching 5 scoreless in less than 50 pitches. He is 23 for 45 as a Goldpanner this year. That's above 500, and he fouls this one back. Pinal is 10 for 15 here at the NBC. If he finds a gap, could bring a run in with the speedy Garcia on at first and 2 down, running on contact. Top of the first inning, no score. Goldpanners and Hutchinson Monarchs. There goes Garcia. 3/4 swing and a miss. Garcia safe at second on the stolen bag. Not a bad decision there to steal second. Obviously, you have the speed and a good base runner in Garcia, but even if you're thrown out, you're starting fresh next inning with Pinal leading off. But right here, now Pinal, a really good chance to drive a run in. Now the battery mates want to talk it over. 0-2 on Pinal, so Geisbrecht starting ahead of all the Goldpanners here in the first. Garo Von Dane here in Wichita, Kansas. The Panners trying to win their 7th NBC World Series and their first since 2022 when they defeated the Anchorage Glacier Pilots in the championship. Pinal awaits the 0-2. Swings and hits this one deep to left center. Not very deep, though. Underneath it is the left fielder, Gustafson, and he makes the catch. The wind pushing that one back, blowing in from left field. And that's it for the Goldpanners. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. Half an inning in the books. Lucas Cervantes takes the hill when we come back. NBC World Series on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Back here at the NBC World Series in Wichita, Kansas, the 91st annual edition. Now played at X Stadium at Wichita State University, all turf. Beautiful ballpark here. Looks like a nice minor league park. The actual minor league park in town will host the championship game. The first pitch of the bottom of the first is lined into right for a base hit by Jake Gutierrez. Gutierrez, a .460 hitter coming in, and singles off of Luke Sarantos to open up the bottom of the first. Luke Sarantos, starting pitcher for the Goldpanners, 6'3" right-hander from St. Mary's, San Clemente native, making his 9th appearance and 6th start of the summer. He'll now face Drew Bugner, a .361 hitting shortstop for the Monarchs. This team can hit. They have hit all tournament long. Takes a pitch inside from Sarantos. 28 2/3 innings this summer for Luke. 10 runs, 32 strikeouts, 11 walks. And that one is lined foul out of play. A right-handed hitter slicing it foul into the stands. A busy day here at the NBC World Series. So the rains yesterday moving 1.5 games to this morning. They started play at 9 a.m. here. And later today, after this game, we have the Seattle Studs taking on the Derby Twins. The Twins defeated the Junction City Brigade earlier today. And then the late game will be the Hayes Larks against the San Diego Stars. The Stars beat Lone Star Baseball earlier today. Stars, after just barely sneaking in to postseason play here, are now into the quarters. Ground ball to second. Garcia steps on the bag. Oh, he had time, but he threw high, tried to rush it to first. Garcia would have been better off just swallowing the baseball. He leapt off of the second base bag and tried to throw first, but it was well high.
The left fielder, number 14.
It could have been 2, but Garcia could have just settled his feet first before he threw that baseball. And so all the way over to second goes Bugner now with 1 out. So a break for the Monarchs. Fielder's choice and a throwing error. And here's Gustafson, Jaden Gustafson, with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. Sarantos, first pitch. Off speed, misses away, 76 miles per hour from Luke. Tyson Vassert, the designated hitter, is on deck. Gustafson, a .208 hitter this season. Panners need a pop-up or a strikeout here. Hit sharply to second, and Garcia showing the range. Gloves it, throws on to first. 4-3 ground out. Bugner moves over to third on the play and brings up the cleanup spot. Tyson Vassert, designated hitter, a .321 hitter with 5 home runs. That's second best on the team. Still some baseball left to play here, and again, all of it is broadcast also at the NBC World Series page. And we invite all of you to tune into that, turn the volume off, and listen to us here on ESPN Radio Fairbanks, 107.9 FM, 820 AM, or on the Goldpanners YouTube page, and also on Facebook for that matter. We're on everywhere. Here's the 1-0. Holds up. Takes ball 2. Santa Barbara Foresters eliminated just before this game started by the Lone Star Kraken. And a great ball game. Popped up into the stands. The Goldpanners are coached by third-year coach, second-year field manager, Carlos Gonzalez. He's assisted by pitching coach Vince Payne and assistant coach, third base coach David Dawson, and also the bullpen coach Matthew Gonzalez. Here's the 2-1 from Sarantos. Strike called, it's 2-2. The Monarchs, champions of the Jayhawk League, are coached by Casey Lippold and assistant Ryan Stockline. Sarantos misses away. On deck is A.J. Mastow, a .343 hitter. Payoff pitch with a runner at third and 2 down. Sarantos sets and delivers. Off speed, just misses ball 4. Well, you'd love to see an efficient, effective outing from Sarantos here in this quarterfinal game. He's still got to win 2 more games after this over the next 2 days to win a championship, and you want to have as much pitching as you can moving on. Sarantos has been very reliable for the Goldpanners this year, and if he can take care of Mastow here, he'll put up a 0 in the first. Skips one in the turf. Good stop by Olea. Around the defense for the Goldpanners, Armstrong holding the runner on at first, Garcia at second, Sam Stevenson at short, Vinny Venverlo at third. The outfield is Garrett Davidson in left, David Shackelford in center, and Owen Mealy in right. Here's the pitch from Sarantos. The 1-0. Way outside, 2-0. Luke trying to settle in. The Goldpanners starters just have had difficulty finding their comfort here in Kansas, all with the exception of Matthew Pinal, who was lights out yesterday. Here's the 2-0. In for a strike. Lucas has not pitched here in Kansas yet, so it's been a while since he's taken the bump. He's back in Fairbanks. And our final game at Fairbanks was a week ago Monday. So that's 9 days ago right there. Well, it's been a while for Luke. Here's the 2-1. That one's fouled out of play. Count evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Goldpanners in red today with these snow-capped Alaska letters across the front. And the gray pants there in the third base dugout. The Hutchinson Monarchs, gray pants, black jerseys with blue and white trim. Runners at the corners with 2 down. Here's the 2-2 from Sarantos. A little bouncer in front of home plate. Olea plays it, throws to first in time. The 2-3 ground out ends the first. Sarantos does put up a 0. All zeros after 1. Goldpanners and Monarchs quarterfinals of the NBC World Series in Kansas right here on ESPN Radio Fairbanks.
For the Goldpanners,
we welcome you back to Wichita, Kansas for the 91st NBC World Series. The Alaska Goldpanners taking on the Hutchinson Monarchs from right here in Kansas in the quarterfinals. Quarterfinal day here. Tomorrow the semifinals. And Saturday is the championship at the minor league ballpark, home of the Wichita Wind Surge, the AA affiliate of the Minnesota Twins. That's across town. We are on the campus of Wichita State here. So hopefully we can make it to that championship game. And leading off for the Goldpanners in the top of a scoreless second is Vinny Venverlo. Venverlo, freshman, San Diego. followed by Garrett Davidson and Christian Olea. Olea making the play for the final. That ball was probably going to go foul. Christian quickly from behind home plate jumps out, fields that baseball, and throws to first for the final out of the inning. Venverlo trying to find a way on. Chops this one foul at home plate. The Goldpanners in the first inning got a one-out single from Alex Garcia. That would be all. A couple of strikeouts and a flyout. Venverlo batting .297 this summer. And the 2-2. Makes it 3-2. And it's ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Venverlo. Goldpanners have a runner on here in the top of the second inning. Scoreless game. I've posted a lot of stuff on my Twitter page if you're interested in that regarding today's game, including the roster for the Monarchs, the link for the live stream. On our YouTube page, and lots of Goldpanner information and stuff from down here at the NBC World Series. You can see all of that on my Twitter page at VoiceOfGman. That's at VoiceOfGman. And we post game times, up to the minute news from the Goldpanners throughout the season, but also here in Wichita, Kansas. We'll follow along because the games have scheduled start times, but there's always overruns from previous games and such. Garrett Davidson standing in with a 1-ball, 1-strike count, runner at first. And that one's fouled off. And the third baseman runs into Coach Dave Dawson, fielding that foul ball. Everybody okay? Just drew some groans from the crowd here at X Stadium. Davidson, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Garrett, freshman, UC San Diego. Called strike 3. Third strikeout for Ethan Geisbrecht from Kansas State University, just a little bit north of Manhattan, Kansas. The Little Apple.
The catcher, number 27, Christian Olea.
Plenty of Goldpanners have come from Kansas State over the years. Christian Olea, Goldpanner catcher from Arkansas Tech. Christian joined us here for this tournament. Panners lost catcher Efren Ortega at the end of the regular season, and the other catcher on the roster, Ian Armstrong, is been nursing some soreness, so hasn't been catching. Olea stepping in a big way, and he's performed well. Swings and misses here. He's in the hole quickly, 0-2. Olea, California native, 5 for 13 here at the NBC. And he's down 0-2 with a 1 out, a runner at first base so far. Venverlo staying put. And now a throw to first. Vinny back safely. Garo Von Dane here in Kansas. Chris Carlson on cameras and controls here in the press box. Shea Wally back in the studios in Fairbanks, Alaska. Right-hander's pitch, doesn't miss by much. Olea lives another day. It's 1-2. Panners trying to make Geisbrecht at least work a little bit here in the second inning. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and hit to right. Chasing it towards the line is Gutierrez, and he makes a tumbling catch just in foul territory. A nice play by Gutierrez, and he robs Olea of another chance. 2 down for the Goldpanners. here in the second 0-0 ball game. David Shackelford now for Fairbanks. Shack Jr. from Hope International out of La Habra, California. Batting .315 this summer. Goldpanners had a marvelous home season again. Talked about the big crowds. A 24-5 record at home. Panners have not lost on the road this summer. Went 7-0 at the Grand Forks International to win that tournament. And now are 3-0 here in Wichita with some close games. Panners come from behind games in the first two, and then a couple of nights ago winning 2-0 over the Junction City Brigade. Shackelford with a 1-1 count here, runner at first and 2 down. Takes outside. Should the Goldpanners win this game, they would play the winner of tonight's Seattle Studs Derby Twins game. So could have another semifinal matchup with the Studs. Had that 15-inning semifinal in Grand Forks that everybody recalls. That game will be at 6 p.m. tomorrow and should be on schedule. No games before that. 6 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. in Alaska. This one is driven high into center field. Dylan Bell underneath it to make the catch for out number 3. Goldpanners waste a leadoff walk. And we played an inning and a half of scoreless baseball. Goldpanners and Hutchinson Monarchs. Quarterfinal round of the NBC World Series on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Welcome back to Wichita, Kansas for the NBC World Series. The Alaska Goldpanners taking on the Hutchinson Monarchs in the quarterfinals. And the first pitch at the bottom of the second is grounded by Blake Bradford to second baseman Alex Garcia for the 4-3 ground out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the second is Luke Sarantos. The right-hander from St. Mary's pitches for the Goldpanners. Keegan Demmer, the catcher for the Monarchs, batting here with 1 out, nobody on, followed by Joey C. Stock. Appreciate all of our sponsors bringing the Goldpanners back to the radio in Fairbanks. Revive Medical, the Alaska Oil and Gas Association, Teresa Bacher, and Spalding Chiropractic. Many of you are our sponsors at Groudon, and we appreciate all of you. Panners hope to play 2 more games here after today. We shall see what happens today. Sarantos, 1-1 delivery. Swings 3/4 for a strike. 1-2 on Keegan Demmer, a .266 hitter for the Monarchs. Each team with 1 base hit so far. Serratos grounded to short. Sam Stevenson throws on to first. A couple of ground outs here in the second. Now Joey Senstock. The Hutchinson Monarchs lost in the championship last year to the Hayes Larks. Larks winning their first ever title in many, many tries. The Larks are into the quarterfinals tonight against the San Diego Stars. The Monarchs won the NBC World Series 2 seasons ago. And now batting is Joey Senstock in the 8th spot. Senstock from Lincoln, Nebraska. He's headed to the Cornhuskers in the fall. Ground ball to short. 3 up and 3 down for Serratos here in the second. We've played 2 complete from the NBC World Series in Kansas. It's the Goldpanners nothing, Monarchs nothing. Back with more on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Garo Von Dane back here in Fairbanks, Wichita, Kansas, on the air back in Fairbanks, Alaska. Miss you guys all up there. What a fun summer it was at Ground Memorial Park and beyond. Glad you can join us and follow along here at the NBC World Series in Wichita. The Goldpanners and Monarchs here in the quarterfinals. Single elimination time here at the tournament. And the Goldpanners and Monarchs tied at 0. As we start the third, Sam Stevenson from Northwestern State joining the team here in Wichita. Panners losing Luke Shermer late in the regular season. Needed to pick up an infielder, and Sam Stevenson it is. Panners added a few players, including Brett Maddock, who threw 2 scoreless last night. In relief, catcher Olea. And Sam here, who's a Springdale, Arizona native. 5'9", right-handed hitter, facing the righty Ethan Geisbrecht from Kansas State. Stevenson, then the top of the order, Mealy and Garcia. Had a great time here in Wichita over the past week. Panners haven't played here in 6 years. Underrated city, Wichita, Kansas. Used to always play at Lawrence Dumont Stadium downtown on the river, but that was demolished in 2018 and replaced with the brand new ballpark. The tournament has been here, mostly here, ever since. Ground ball to first. Stevenson in a foot race to the bag, but Geisbrecht gets there in time for the 3-1 ground out. 1 down here in the third for Owen Mealy. Each team, no runs and 1 hit so far. Goldpanners with 1 error, but it did not come back to bite them. Both starters off to a good start. Sarantos for the Goldpanners and Geisbrecht for the Monarchs. Goldpanners staying in Old Town, right next to downtown. Great place to be. The old industrial district that has transformed into the trendy kind of area with the old brick roads and industrial brick structures turned into hotels and businesses, restaurants. It's been a lot of fun. Hope to extend it beyond today. And with a win, Owen Mealy batting here with one out, the base is empty. Thousand Oaks, California native, who takes up and away. Mealy 0 for his last 5, so he's way overdue. He was on a tear before that, batting .500 over the past couple weeks. Mealy takes down and away. And it's 3-1 from Geisbrecht. That one's fouled back to the netting, so the count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. After Mealy is Alex Garcia. Later today, after this game, that one's fouled out of play. The Seattle Studs will take on the Derby Twins. And the Hazelarks will face the San Diego Stars in the other quarterfinal matchups. It's ball 4 to Mealy. A 1-out walk. That's the second walk issued by Ethan Geisbrecht. Appreciate all of our sponsors bringing the Goldpanners back to the radio in Fairbanks, Alaska. Lenny and Patty Regan. The Usabelli Coal Mine, who sponsors a night at Groudon every summer.
Number 11, Alex Garcia.
Clapp, Peterson, and Teemison, and the Foundation Health Partners. Alex Garcia, a veteran Goldpanner, finished his career at Kansas Wesleyan, about an hour north. Began his career at Butte College, where he will be coaching this fall. A runner at first with 1 down. In the sunshine here in Wichita. And Garcia puts a bunt down right side. It just dies in the turf. Garcia thrown out by a step. When Mealy gets into second base, that'll go as a sacrifice bunt. But those sacrifice bunts are often turned into base hits for Agar with how fast he is. That time thrown out by a step. If he puts that on the third base side, might be a better chance. Here's Ian Armstrong now with 2 down. We'll try and get the first run on the board. Armstrong struck out his first time up. Swings and misses here. What a summer for Ian Armstrong. This kid's got all sorts of talent. And still so young. Hits for power, for average, and he's an excellent fielder. Has that size that scouts love. 6'1". And he awaits the 1-1 offering with 2 down from Geisbrecht. Reaches out, protecting, and pops that one foul. That will go to the Hutchinson bullpen up the right field side. Great to see a lot of our old friends here in Wichita, certainly some of my old friends. My first time at the NBC World Series was back in 2000. Came back in 2002 with the Goldpanners and got to call the World Series championship as the Panners knocked off the Anchorage Glacier Pilots to win their 6th NBC title. Swing and a miss. Armstrong strikes out for the second time in the game. Good start for Geisbrecht. He's got the Goldpanners scoreless through 3. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd. No score. Goldpanners and Monarchs here at the NBC World Series quarterfinals on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Garo Von Dane welcoming you back to Wichita, Kansas. X Stadium. As this one is lined down the right field side. That's a base hit. Dylan Bell drives one towards the corner, and cutting it off is Mealy. So holding Bell to a single here to open up the 3rd inning. The Monarchs have their 2nd hit of the game. And it comes from Dylan Bell in the 9th spot. Now we go to the top of the order, so trouble here for Sarantos facing Gutierrez. And then Bugner. Gutierrez, a .460 hitter at the top of the order, singled his first time up. Scoreless, bottom of the 3rd, shows bunt, takes back, throw to first, runners back safely. Jake Gutierrez from Lubbock, Texas, and Lubbock Christian University. Just turned 23 years old on July 2nd. This Monarchs roster, a lot of Texas and Kansas natives. Everybody from the Midwest. Gutierrez bunts and fouls it off, so now it's 1-2. So, wow, you're taking a .460 hitter at the top of the order and asking him to sacrifice bunt in the 3rd inning. Interesting decision from Coach Casey Lippold, but doubtful he will be trying to sacrifice now with 2 strikes. Although, you never know. Sarantos with a runner at first. Called strike 3. Great job by the right-hander Sarantos. And it's worth pointing out that pitching coach for the Goldpanners, Vince Payne from Hope International, is calling the pitches for the Goldpanners, and he has been sensational all summer long. Vince Payne, former Pirates farmhand, was drafted by the Buccos in 2010, 12th round. Runner takes off for second, he gets there. Into scoring position, Bell with a stolen base. And now Bugner with 1 out can bring in the first run of the game. Talked to Vince Payne a lot last night about his time in the Pirates organization. He was drafted the same year as Jamison Tyon when Tyon was the number 2 overall pick. But Vince played with Tyon and Gregory Polanco. A lot of those Pirates that eventually went on to the big leagues. Drew Bugner, a .361 hitting shortstop for the Monarchs, with a runner at second and one down. Plays at Pittsburgh State here in Kansas for the Gorillas. Chopper back to the mound. Sarantos looks the runner back to second. Good play by Luke, athletic play. And he throws out Bugner for the second out. Keeps the runner at second, and now Jaden Gustafson will bat. He grounded out to second his first time up. And the Pitt State Gorillas. Campus is a little ways east of here. Two outs now. Sarantos. That one's hit to center field. Shack towards his right. Looks to be underneath it and makes the catch for out number 3. No harm done on the leadoff single by Bell. Friends, we've played 3 complete from the NBC World Series in Wichita. It's the quarterfinal round, and the Goldpanners are tied with the Monarchs 0-0. Back with more on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Goldpanners baseball here on PannerVision and ESPN Radio Fairbanks from the NBC World Series. And quickly, the first pitch of the 4th inning is popped up by Matthew Pinal and caught in shallow center field by Dylan Bell. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the 4th inning, both pitchers putting up zeros through 3. Goldpanners, no runs on 1 hit. The Monarchs, no runs on 2 hits. Here's Vinny Venverlo, walked his first plate appearance. Panners this much of the season were late at getting the offense going, but when they get it going, it comes in waves. The Panners averaging more than 8 runs per game this year. They're batting .307 as a team. And again, are unbeaten on the road, 10-0. This one is lifted down the right field side, but it is foul and out of play. Off the bat of Venverlo. Garo Von Dane here in Kansas. This game was scheduled to start at 3, but last night a lot of thunder and lightning and rain pushed one entire game and half of another game into this morning. Began play here at the ballpark at 9 a.m. The Derby Twins defeated Junction City 6-4 to advance. And here's a ground ball to third. Venverlo thrown out 5-3. Brings up Davidson. And the Lone Star Kraken defeated the Santa Barbara Foresters 6-4. Semifinals tomorrow. A couple more games here tonight. Panners hoping to get the bats going here. Just 1 base hit through 3 2/3. Need to start testing Geisbrecht a little bit. That ball is crushed to right center off the bat of Davidson. This ball is carrying, and it's off the warning track in front of the wall and right. And Davidson jogs into second base. He's got power. Most of his home runs are pulled down the line. And if that one was down the line, it would have been gone. It went about 360 to right center. Down the line, it's 330. Davidson with a 2-out double. It's 390 to center field here at X Stadium.
Christian Olea.
And now Christian Olea can bring in the first run of the game. Goldpanner catcher. Takes one for a strike. The gun says 42 miles an hour. I'm not buying it. I mean, Barry Aiden of the Studs told me it was a slow gun, but it's not that slow. That one is swung on and fouled high and out of play, trying to catch up to that fastball from Ethan Geisbrecht, the Kansas State Wildcat. Davidson at second with 2 down. Can Olea come up with a big base hit? Panners left a lot of runners on in the last game against Junction City. Olea, another hard swing to foul it back. He's in the hole here, 0-2. A pitching duel right now between Sarantos and Geisbrecht. Between two teams who score a lot of runs. The right-hander checks the runner at second. Misses down and away. And it's 1-2. Should Olea reach, it would be David Shackelford. Goldpanners Baseball on ESPN Radio Fairbanks, brought to you by Kendall Toyota of Fairbanks, Rod Saw Shop, and Yamamoto Dental. Olea up the middle and through. That'll drop for a base hit. They'll wave the runner around third, and Davidson comes in to score, and it's 1-0 Goldpanners. Christian Olea delivers with a 2-out RBI single here in the 4th inning. Oh, clutch hit for Olea, fouling off 2 strike pitches. Takes a ball away and then blasts that one right up the middle. Panners have the early lead. And here's David Shackelford. That is a gigantic hit for Olea. Strike called. Shack, the California native from Hope International. With 2 down, swings and fouls that one back. And again, if nothing else, just forcing Geisbrecht to throw more pitches here in the inning. He's been a good arm for this Hutchinson team this summer. Takes a little off of that one, 75-mile-per-hour changeup. It's 1-2. 1 run is in. RBI single from Olea, scoring Davidson, who doubled with 2 outs. Takes a little pressure off the Goldpanners. That one is hit hard to left, but racing over to make the catch is Gustafson. Hard hit ball, but right at the left fielder. And Shack is out number 3, but the Goldpanners score a run and take a 1-0 lead. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th, quarterfinals of the NBC World Series in Wichita on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Garo Von Dane here in Kansas. Hope you're enjoying Goldpanners baseball on PannerVision, Facebook, and of course, 107.9 FM and 820 AM back in Fairbanks. Greetings to all of our friends in the Golden Heart.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 36, Tyson Vassar.
What a fun season it was in Fairbanks, trying to complete it here in Wichita with another championship. Luke Sarantos has pitched 3 scoreless. Now faces Tyson Vassart, A.J. Mustow, and Blake Bradford. 4, 5, and 6 spots in the Hutchinson Monarchs batting order, and that 1-1 pitch hits him on the arm. The leadoff runner aboard for the 3rd time in the game for the Monarchs. Puts a lot of pressure on pitcher Sarantos when that leadoff runner is on.
The first baseman, number 35,
now Luke will have to deal with that again here in the 4th. The Goldpanners leading 1-0. A.J. Mustow, .343 hitter in the 5 spot. Batted with runners at the corners in the first inning and 2 down and chopped one in front of home plate. Olea, the catcher, threw him out at first. Mustow from Sydney, Australia to Hutchinson College. 6'4" left-handed hitter. What culture shock from Sydney, Australia to Hutchinson, Kansas. Kansas certainly has its own beauty. It's incredibly flat here, but you don't see that every day. There are a lot of trees in town. You get out of town, you get more of the rolling fields, amber waves of grain, farmhouses surrounded by trees to protect themselves from the wind. This one is hit high and deep to left. Going back is Davidson, and he will get under it to make the catch for out number 1. Mustow retired and brings up Blake Bradford. Bradford, the team leader with 6 home runs this summer.
The second baseman,
A .336 hitter. Bradford is a switch hitter from Sylvania, Ohio. Suburb of Toledo, plays at West Georgia. Sarantos starts away. West Georgia is also where Goldpanner pitcher Ian Moore is from. The right-hander. This is inside. It's 2-0 on Blake Bradford. Sylvania, Ohio, also where Goldpanner star Zach Bash is from. Bash completed his Goldpanner 22 season with an ERA of 0.64. He was the right-hander on the mound when the Goldpanners finished off the Glacier Pilots in the championship game. One of the Glacier Pilots, Mike Pelfrey, that season. He played here at Wichita State, and the bullpen is named after him. All-American from the Shockers. Blake Bradford with a 3-ball, 1-strike count and 1 out. Runner at first. Sarantos swung on and fouled out of play. Luke doesn't walk many. He has walked 1 today. He has walked just 12 now on the season. In 34 innings of work. Little reach out protection swing from Bradford. Garo Von Dane here in Kansas. Goldpanners are 3-0 here at the tournament, but none of that matters now. It's single elimination time. The quarterfinals are upon us. 8 teams remain. We started with 16. Down and away for ball 4. Sarantos upset with himself. A hit batsman and now a walk. have the Monarchs in business with 2 on and 1 out here in the 4th inning for Keegan Demmer. And now would be a great time for a double play ball. But first, pitching coach Vince Payne will come out to the mound. Vince Payne, who I talked about earlier, former Pirates farmhand, played at Cypress, was drafted after 1 year at Cypress, and wasn't going to take the money, wanted some more. But when they just keep dangling that kind of money in front of you, triple digits, it's kind of hard to say no. You start thinking about injuries and what happens if I hurt my arm this year. And so Vince, for multiple reasons, decided to take the contract with the Pirates. Was there for a few seasons, played in West Virginia, Charleston, and also State College, Pennsylvania. And now is into his coaching career and also is going to be welcoming his first child in December. A girl on the way. And Sarantos now in the bright sunshine will face Keegan Demmer after a conversation with pitching coach Vince Payne. 1 out, Monarchs have 2 on, Panners leading 1-0 here in the 4th. Strike in the outside half. 0-1 on Demmer. 266 hitter. From Tomball, Texas, and Sam Houston State University. Swings and foul tips that one. It's 0-2. "19 years old. A couple months shy of his 20th birthday. Facing Sarantos, a right-hander from St. Mary's. Down and in the turf. Wanted to get Demmer to chase something. Down and out of the zone. Sarantos readies with a 1-2 offering to Keegan Demmer. This is away. We have the YouTube chat in effect if you're listening to the Goldpanner broadcast on the YouTube page. Tell us where you're tuning in from. The rest of you on Facebook and many on ESPN Radio Fairbanks, 107.9 FM and 820 on the AM dial. Sarantos ground ball up the middle, fielded it short. The flip to second for 1, on to first, double play! 6-4-3. Told you. We played 4 complete. It's 1-0 Goldpanners.
For the Monarchs, no runs.
Good ball game. Here in Wichita, Kansas at the 91st Annual NBC World Series, the Alaska Goldpanners into the quarterfinals and taking on the Hutchinson Monarchs. And deja vu a little bit. Close game again. Panners winning 2-0 a couple of nights ago, was 1-0 until the 8th inning. Panners made it 2-zip and hung on late. And now it's 1-0 Goldpanners as we start the 5th. You're at X Stadium. Garo Von Dane with you live. Shea Wally back in our Fairbanks studios. Chris Carlson here on controls, PannerVision. We had a broadcast team in here from the previous game before this game, so Chris is setting world records, getting everything set up here in the press box in time for our game, which started exactly 30 minutes after the Foresters game ended against the Kraken. Kraken moving on, Foresters going home. And a bunt is put down, but this should be playable for Geisbrecht. Came pretty close back to the mound direction-wise from Sam Stevenson, so a bunt, attempt at a bunt single does not pan out for the Panners, and the 1-3 ground out of Stevenson. We go to the top of the order for Owen Mealy.
The right fielder, number 25, Owen Mealy.
Low scoring game, but both starters getting a little deeper. And traditionally you see starters, when they wear down, it happens all at once. And the Goldpanners now begin their 3rd time through the order against Ethan Geisbrecht, who has allowed just 1 run on 3 base hits. Owen Mealy takes a pitch away. Owen is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk so far. The only Goldpanner run. Davidson doubled with 2 outs. Olea brought him in with a single. Fouled out of play over the stands here at Wichita State. Home of the Shockers, who had so many trips to the College World Series and a national championship, but been some rough years the last couple decades for Wichita State. Despite this incredible facility, they play in the American Conference. And now it's the home of the NBC World Series. Up and in for ball 4. 5-pitch walk to Mealy, who was walked for the 2nd time in the game. Those are the 2 of the 3 walks that Geisbrecht has issued today. And so maybe he is beginning to tire as a right-hander starts throwing in the bullpen for the Monarchs. There is no tomorrow if you lose, so both teams don't have the luxury of saving much pitching. You have to find a way to win today, or it doesn't matter what's left in your pen for the semifinals. Ground ball sharply hit to 3rd. Senstock throws to 2nd, and falling down is the second baseman Bradford. He falls right on the bag, so he gets the out at 2nd, but Panner inning will continue as Garcia is safe at 1st on the fielder's choice.
The first baseman, number 38, Ian Armstrong.
Ian Armstrong has struck out twice in the game, uncharacteristically, both times swinging here against Geisbrecht. But now this is his 3rd time. Let's see if he's got him figured out at all. Armstrong. .315 hitter on the year, 6 for 12 coming into this game at the World Series. Top of the 5th inning. Goldpanners are the road team. They still do a coin toss to determine the home team in the playoffs. Runner takes off from 1st on a pitch down low, and Garcia tries to slide around the tag, but he's out. Garcia tried to go on the wild pitch, and he is thrown out by Keegan Demmer. Caught stealing. Goes 2-4, and that is it for the Goldpanners here in the top of the 5th. We've played half a ball game. It's the Goldpanners 1, Monarchs 0, quarterfinals of the NBC World Series on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. NBC World Series in Wichita, Kansas on ESPN Radio Fairbanks, 107.9 FM, 820 AM. Also on our YouTube page and the Goldpanner Facebook page. Garo Von Dane with you live. Panner Ball sponsored by the local 375 Plumbers and Pipe Fitters, Union Strong, Mountain River Marketing, and Right Air. Garo Von Dane here in Kansas. The Panners hoping to advance, leading 1-0 here. Bottom of the fifth inning. Both starting pitchers remain in the game. Ethan Geisbrecht for the Monarchs and Lucas Sarantos for the Goldpanners. He has allowed no runs on 2 hits so far. He's danced out of trouble multiple times. 3 times the Monarchs have had the leadoff runner aboard. In the first inning, Monarchs had runners at the corners with 2 outs, but could not score. 2 on with 1 out in the fourth inning, but a double play gets Sarantos out of the inning. Right now, Luke facing Joey Senstock. Checks his swing. Did he go? Yes! Senstock strikes out for the first out of the inning, brings up Dylan Bell in the 9th spot. He has a base hit today, one of the 2 hits for the Monarchs. Checking the YouTube chat, Tank is tuned in, hoping the boys keep their win streak going. Yeah, the Panners, that kind of gets lost in the weeds in this championship tournament. Panners have won 15 straight games. And overall, and we're talking going all the way back to the Midnight Sun game on June 20th, the Goldpanners have lost just once. Can you believe it? The Panners have won 27 of 28 since the Midnight Sun game. Crazy. This ball is hit high to center field. Shack, full sprint. In front of the warning track, makes a tough catch. Shackelford turning on the Jets and getting there. The ball, though, not really carrying today, seemingly. It comes hard off the bat, and you think it's going to go a little farther. The hardest hit ball today, or the furthest at least, was Garrett Davidson's double. It landed just in front of the wall in right center. 2 down for the top of the order hitter, Jake Gutierrez.
Now batting the right fielder, number 27, Jake Gutierrez.
Up and in for ball 1. Gutierrez, the Lubbock, Texas native from Lubbock Christian. John Alich cheering on the Panners, as is Sandra Potter and that guy watching from Arizona. That can't be the name of the town, is it? Fouled off. If the Goldpanners win today, they will advance to tomorrow's semifinal round and play at 6 p.m. Central Time. That would be 3 o'clock in Alaska. And yes, that'll be right here, 107.9 FM, 820 AM in Fairbanks. Sarantos with 3 balls and a strike. Be careful here with Gutierrez. Bugner on deck. They are top loaded in the batting order, are the Monarchs. That ball, hard hit, single to left. Second hit of the game for Gutierrez. That's why you're careful with him, because he's dangerous with the bat, barrels everything. A 2-out single for Gutierrez. And now Drew Bugner. They also have their power in the middle of the lineup. They hit for average hitters are at the top of the order. This is just a dangerous lineup all the way through for the Monarchs. Their only loss was to the Seattle Studs, 9-5. They've had some big scoring outputs here at the tournament. Being held scoreless right now by Sarantos. 2 down, runner at first. And it's ball 1 to Drew Bugner in the 2 spot. Boy, Mike Studer telling me, yes, indeed. Toads Suck is a real town in Arizona. How about that? Toads Suck. Ground ball to second. Agar swallows it up, throws on to first. 4-3 ground out. Ends the 5th inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left on. Luke Sarantos never disappoints. He's scoreless through 5. It's 1-0 Goldpanners here at the quarterfinals on ESPN Radio Fairbanks.
A celebration you won't forget.
We head to the 6th inning here at the 91st Annual NBC World Series in Wichita, Kansas. The National Baseball Congress, founded by Hap Dumont, and began play in 1935 and have crowned 90 champions since then. Goldpanners winning it 6 times, but not since 2002. And trying to take the 2025 title. Garo Von Dane here at X Stadium. The Goldpanners leading 1-0 as we start the 6th, and a new pitcher into the game. The Monarchs make the first call to the pen as they bring in number 29, Aiden Benson. From Rogers, Arizona, Aiden Benson, a 6'3" right-hander from Fort Scott Community College. The Monarchs' entire pitching staff is right-handed. They have no left-handers listed on their roster.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Monarchs, number 29, Aiden Benson.
So the Goldpanners will face a new pitcher here in the 6th inning. Ian Armstrong leading off. He was at the plate when Alex Garcia was caught stealing to end the 5th. Armstrong, Pinal, and Venverlo. Panners just would love to get some insurance here in the 6th inning. The winner of this game plays at 6 p.m. tomorrow night against the Seattle Studs and Derby Twins. 6 p.m. Central, 3 in Alaska. The championship game is Saturday night at 7 p.m. in Kansas and 4 p.m. in Alaska. Armstrong is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts, but now it gets to see a different pitcher. But it's the same result. 3 strikeouts today for Armstrong, all swinging. A different delivery here from Aiden Benson. He goes a little lower with his arm slot. And now we'll face Matthew Pinal, who's 0 for 2 in the game. Pinal came into the day batting over the 500 mark. But 0 for 2 so far in this game. The lone run, as he swings and misses, came in the 4th inning. With 2 outs, Garrett Davidson doubled to the right center field fence. And then Christian Olea with 2 strikes. Hit one to center field for a base hit. And it's 1-0 Goldpanners. That's where we sit now. Pinal fouls this one back. Southgate, California native from Hope International. I mentioned Rafael Flores earlier today, traded from the Yankees to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Flores and Pinal were housemates in Fairbanks in 2022. And Pinal back this summer, joining us in July. Hits this one high, but foul out of play. Will Cervantes pitch the 6th inning. Pretty safe to say, no, that's a definite. This is the last appearance for Cervantes this summer. What a year he's had. But he might not be done yet. 5 scoreless on 3 base hits for Lucas. Bounced foul at home plate by Pinal. He's fighting with 2 strikes. Special greetings go out to the old boss, the Don himself, Don Dennis, and family tuning in from Grand Junction, Colorado. The legend, Don Dennis, presided over this club from the 60s into the 2010s, and all those championships and years of success. Ball and 2 strikes on Pinal. Six championships here at the NBC, many other tournament championships, more than 30 Alaska Baseball League titles, and watched 200 Goldpanners go on to play in the major leagues, 200 plus. You can't talk about the Goldpanners without talking about Don Dennis. Now enjoying retirement in Colorado. And John Lorkey has been running this program for almost the last decade. Grounded foul by Pinal, fighting in there with 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out, the base is empty. Top of the 6th, 1-0 Goldpanner lead. Still hoping for a book from Mr. Dennis, detailing his memories of the Goldpanners, which are rock solid. No one's got a memory like the Don. The 2-2. Grounded up the middle. Long run for the second baseman. Backhanded stop from deep. The throw to first. Not in time. Bradford did all he could, throwing that one, running into center field. But Pinal races in safely with an infield hit. It's the second infield single for the Goldpanners today.
Number 16, Vinny Venverlo.
And just the 4th hit. Here's Vinny Venverlo, 0 for 1 with a walk. Panners again now facing a new pitcher in Aiden Benson, number 29, from Rogers, Arizona. I mentioned that Toad Suck place is real. Mike Studer correcting me, saying it's Arkansas, but a friend that posted it, you got the state abbreviation wrong. You said AR. Arkansas is AK. This is high into right, towards the line, into foul territory, and running out of room is Gutierrez. He made a great catch earlier in similar style, but this one hits up against the wall in foul territory, just out of his reach. Another great ball game here from the NBC. First couple of days of pool play, there were a lot of blowouts and run rules. But man, oh man, the games have been fantastic the last couple of days. The Panners a couple nights ago winning 2-zip. Now leading 1-0 here in the 6th. The 0-2 pitch. Venverlo flinched, takes a ball inside. Vinny grounded out to third his last time up. Now the 3rd batter faced for the new right-hander Benson. Goldpanners wanted a balk there. The pitch missed well inside, and Coach Carlos Gonzalez hollering out to the field from the Goldpanner dugout that was a balk, and I thought so too. The way he flinched on the mound. Seattle Studs are watching on from next to the Goldpanner dugout. They'll play next against the Derby Twins. That one's fouled back by Vinny, fouling off pitches. Garo Von Dane here in Kansas. Goldpanner Baseball on ESPN Radio Fairbanks, brought to you by Diamond Fencing, the Fairbanks Community Food Bank, Power and Transmission, and Jerry and Howard Maxwell. 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Venverlo as he works it full. A lot of scouts here in attendance, some of my old friends too. And they are all here watching this game. Runner takes off and Venverlo fouls it back. Ex-stadium home of the Wichita State Shockers. Championship game will be played downtown at the minor league park that was built after Lawrence Dumont Stadium was torn down after the 2018 season. Beautiful new minor league ballpark. Called strike 3. Venverlo tossed the bat, thought he had ball 4. But it's called strike 3. 2 down. Pinal still at first for Garrett Davidson. Davidson had that big 2-out double in the 4th inning on the hardest hit ball of the day. Panners have home run power on this team. They've hit 26 home runs. Owen Mealy had an inside the park home run the other day. Jamie Mullen and Ian Armstrong have homered over the scoreboard and left. No home runs today just yet. But Davidson has power. And the left-hander stands in against the righty Benson. Takes a strike, it's 1-1. Ethan Geisbrecht goes 5 innings for the Monarchs, allowing just 1 run on 3 base hits. Good effort for Geisbrecht, does all he can. Way outside. It's 2-1 to Garrett. Geisbrecht struck out 4 batters over 5 innings and walked 3. That one hit deep to center field, but not deep enough again. Ball just not carrying today. Bill back to make the catch. And the Panners retired here in the 6th. We will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And it's still 1-0 Goldpanners. NBC World Series quarterfinals on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Goldpanners baseball on PannerVision and ESPN Radio Fairbanks, 107.9 FM, 820 AM, back in the Golden Heart. And the Panners down here in Kansas, leading 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the sixth. Luke Sarantos, starting pitcher, a right-hander from St. Mary's, continues here in the sixth. He has pitched 5 scoreless on just 3 base hits. Jaden Gustafson leads off, followed by Tyson Vassert and A.J. Mustow. I had my states all screwed up, humiliated right now after brain farting about state abbreviations. Arizona AZ, Alaska, of course, AK, and Arizona AR. Gee, mini Christmas. That's what I said, right? Arkansas AR? Boy, humiliating. I know all that, just now I have to eat some crow, some raven. I'm not going to say my name anymore the rest of the broadcast. Gustafson, the batter from Wichita State. He's a Wichita native. Takes one in the turf, bounced in front of home plate by Sarantos. How deep in the ballgame can Sarantos go? Can he put up another 0 here in the sixth? The right-hander sets in the shade right now. Swing and a miss. Ball, though, gets away from Olay on the swinging third strike, results in a base runner. Got through the legs of the Goldpanner catcher. And the leadoff runner aboard for the 4th time now for the Monarchs, who get a huge break there on the strikeout. And then we'll keep an eye on the runner at first. Tyson Vassert, .321 hitter with 5 home runs, lefty against the righty Sarantos, who throws to first. Everybody standing atop the Monarchs dugout. Goldpanners leading 1-0 here in the sixth. That one is popped up towards shallow left, and going back to make the catch is the shortstop Stevenson. A big out number 1. This is a nail-biter again today after that 2-0 win a couple of nights ago against Junction City. A.J. Mustow, a .343 hitter, is 0 for 2 so far in the game. Man, oh man. Another close ball game. So far. Sarantos checks the runner at first. Gets the inside corner for a strike. It's 1-1 on Mustow. Goldpanners from Fairbanks, Alaska. The Monarchs from Hutchinson, Kansas. That one's foul back, 1-2. Again, the Monarchs losing in the championship last year to the Hayes Larks, who finally won it. Frank Leo has over 1,000 victories in summer ball. He finally got his first championship last season, beating the Monarchs winning it all 2 seasons ago. Goldpanners haven't been in the championship since '02, and it's called strike 3 on Mustow. Sarantos still dealing here in the sixth. Goldpanners baseball. Sponsored by Jerry and Howard Maxwell, Revive Medical, and the Alaska Oil and Gas Association. Up and away for a ball. Still a lot of baseball tonight. Remember, you can follow along with my updates on Twitter at VoiceOfGman, also on the Goldpanner page at Real Goldpanners. I'll be updating scores from the ball games later tonight, which are available to watch on the NBC World Series webpage. But as always with the Goldpanners, we invite you to watch their feed and listen to us. Turn the volume down on the tube. Pitch is down low to Bradford. Blake Bradford, the home run leader on the team, is 0 for 1 with a walk so far. He bats here with a runner at first and 2 down. Sarantos steals one outside for a ball, and the count goes to 3-1. Keegan Demmer is on deck. After this, it's the Seattle Studs, yep, them again, and the Derby Twins. The winner will play the winner of this game. It's ball 4 to Bradford. So 2 on without getting a base hit, and here comes head coach Carlos Gonzalez. And usually that means just one thing, that he's coming to get the baseball. And here comes Gonzalez out of Cyprus. He's going to gather everybody on the bump for now, and now he takes the baseball from Sarantos and points to the bullpen. Lucas Sarantos bids farewell to the field and the fans here. And that wraps up his Goldpanner summer after an excellent outing here in Wichita. Pitching change coming up. It's 1-0 Goldpanners in the 6th on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. New pitcher into the game for the Goldpanners here at the NBC World Series quarterfinals. And into the game comes number 26, number 26, Lucas Sarantos just departed, Jonah Walker. Jonah Walker, the excellent left-hander, headed to North Dakota State. Jonah Walker enters the ballgame with Monarchs at first and second and 2 down, facing Keegan Demmer, the right-handed hitter, against the lefty Jonah Walker. And he starts with a strike on the inside half.
Attention, please. Now pitching for the Goldpanners, number 26.
Jonah Walker's 11th appearance. And over 32 innings, he has allowed 3 earned runs, a 0.84 earned run average. And he gets a swing and a miss from Demmer. It's 0-2.
Now batting the catcher, number 20.
He has struck out a team-high 40 batters and walked just 7. Jonah Walker, formerly of Central Missouri, now to North Dakota State. Deals one up and away for a ball. It's 1-2. Starting pitcher Luke Sarantos, 5 2/3. The book's still open. He's responsible for the runners at first and second. Here's the 1-2. Olea was headed off the field, thought it was strike 3. Umpire thought it was a little bit inside. and it's 2-2 on Demmer. And the crowd giving it to the home plate umpire. Which means Demmer better swing at anything close. Sam Houston State product against the lefty Walker, and he skips one in front of home plate, and it's a nice job to stop it by Olea. The count goes full though now on Demmer. Joey Senstock is on deck. Senstock also 0-2, but Walker trying to get out of this inning here. No hits in the inning, but 2 base runners. And now the payoff pitch with 2 down to Demmer. High for ball 4. And oh boy, in a 1-0 game, a base hit here could change everything. Walker with a rare base on balls. Coach Gonzalez looking on from atop the dugout. And now Walker with a huge task here to face Joey Senstock with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Best opportunity of the game for the Monarchs. It's grounded foul, 0-1. He had a 1-2 count on Demmer and lost him with a base on balls. Senstock. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And again, Walker 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Bases loaded for the Monarchs. Goldpanners leading 1-0 here in the 6th. The 0-2 pitch with 2 down. Gets a piece of it to stay alive. Walker has pitched in some big moments this summer, but this might be the biggest. Senstock 0-2. He's in the hole 0-2. The pitch from Walker. In the turf, it kicks away from Olea. He'll throw home, and it misses Walker, and the wild pitch brings the tying run in for the Monarchs. Unbelievable. It didn't get that far away, but he really had to rush that throw, and they couldn't connect. Doubtful he could have tagged him out anyway. But the game is now tied on a wild pitch with the bases loaded. The runners move up to second and third now. Here's the 1-2 to Senstock. Way outside, it's 2-2. The Monarchs have tied the game with no base hits in the inning. It all started with that swinging third strike pass ball. Walker with another big pitch coming up here. It's 2-2. In the turf, 3-2. Say it all the time. Good things can happen when you take pitches. Senstock has done just that and helped the Monarchs tie this game. Now he's trying to find his way on base. He awaits a payoff pitch. Walker gets strike 3 called, but the Monarchs tie the game with no base hits. They leave a couple of men on. A new ball game as we go to the 7th, tied at 1 on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Garo Von Dane back here in Wichita, Kansas at the NBC World Series. The Alaska Goldpanners in the quarterfinals against the Hutchinson Monarchs. Great ball game. Monarchs tie it up at 1 in the bottom of the 6th. We head to the 7th. ESPN Radio Fairbanks, 107.9 FM, 820 AM. Brought to you by Lenny and Patty Regan, the Usabelli Coal Mine, and Clapp Peterson and Timison. The first pitch to Christian Olea is fouled back for strike 1. A new pitcher into the game for the Monarchs, the third pitcher of the game, and it's number 38, Braden Pacha. Braden Pacha, a Wichita native and Pitt State Gorilla. 6'2" right-hander, 205. His pitch to Olea is lifted into right field, but right there is Gutierrez to make the catch. Olea's out number 1, a 1-for-3 day for Christian with an RBI. Brings up David Shackelford and then Sam Stevenson. We are late in the ball game. Final third, the top of the 7th. And the Goldpanners had a 1-0 lead. Picked up a run in the 4th, RBI single for Olea, scoring Davidson. And then the Monarchs tie the game in the 6th without a base hit. Swinging third strike pass ball, couple of walks, and a wild pitch brings the tying run in from third. And now Braden Pacha, the right-hander, facing the Goldpanners here in the 7th. David Shackelford, 1 out, bases empty. Panners again are the road team, so batting first in each inning. The Monarchs will get the last at bat. Way up and in. He backs out of the way of that pitch to Shack. Panners baseball on PannerVision on the YouTube page and on Facebook, and of course on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Brought to you by the Foundation Health Partners and Kendall Toyota of Fairbanks. And don't forget about Rod Saw Shop. Shack with a 2-2 count, the base is empty. Pops it out of play into the stands. After this, the Seattle Studs take on the Derby Twins. Twins won earlier today from a rain-delayed action last night. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game tomorrow at 6, the semifinals. Here's the 2-2. Way up and away, 3-2. If you're joining us late, the Santa Barbara Foresters eliminated today, falling to the Lone Star Kraken in an excellent ball game. Kraken scoring 2 in the 9th to win that one. Fouled off to stay alive. 3-2 on Shack. 1 out, base is empty. The Lone Star Kraken, the first team to punch their ticket into the semifinals. It's ball 4 to Shackelford. A 1-out walk to Shack from Aiden Benson. And that brings up Sam Stevenson. And if Sam can find his way on, things start to get interesting.
The shortstop, number 8.
As the Panners turn the lineup over after Sammy. Stevenson 0 for 2 in the game. Takes strike 1. Now the mound is in the sunshine, and home plate in the batter's box in the shade. Partly cloudy, mostly sunny and warm, but cooler than it's been over the past week. The 0-1 pitch from Pacha is fouled off. The Kraken into the semifinals. They will play the winner of the game after this one, the Hayes Larks versus the San Diego Stars. Whoever loses today is done for the year. Down low for a ball, it's 1-2. The Monarchs won the Jayhawk League. They do not have a tournament or a championship game or anything. They just won the league at the end of the regular season. Second place was the Junction City Brigade. Brigade were eliminated by the Derby Twins this morning. Strike 3 called on Stevenson. 2 down. And Owen Mealy stands in. Owen has walked twice in the game. He struck out his first time up.
The right fielder, number 25, Owen Mealy.
So the top 4 in the lineup today for the Goldpanners. 2 base hits in 9 at bats. Swing and a miss. Mealy, who was on fire before going hitless in the previous game against the Junction City Brigade. Bats with a runner at first and 2 down. Can't catch up to that pitch. And it's 0-2. Should Mealy reach? It would be Alex Garcia. Have to figure Jonah Walker is going to pitch the rest of the way for the Goldpanners. They have got to find a way to win today. There's no tomorrow. Mealy strikes out. That ends the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. It's stretch time from Wichita. A nail-biter in Kansas. It's the Goldpanners 1, Monarchs 1. Middle of the 7th on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Goldpanners baseball on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Welcome all of our listeners on ESPN Radio Fairbanks, 107.9 FM, 820 AM, and everybody on PannerVision on our YouTube page and Facebook. Garo Von Dane. Man, we got a close one here in the quarterfinals of the NBC World Series in Wichita. Jonah Walker out for his 2nd inning of work in relief of Luke Sarantos. 1-1 ball game, bottom of the 7th inning. Swing and a miss. And Walker strikes out Dylan Bell. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jonah. He has faced 3 batters. He walked 1 to load the bases. Threw a wild pitch that brought in the tying run, but then struck out the next 2. Now facing the top of the order, Jake Gutierrez. The Panners in the 8th inning will have Garcia, Armstrong, and Penal due up. That one is hit towards the gap in right center. Base hit to right's going to go all the way to the wall. Gutierrez just cannot be stopped. The leadoff hitter, who came into the day batting .460, is now 3 for 4, and he has a double. The go-ahead run in scoring position for Drew Bugner, and the Panners should just stop pitching to Gutierrez from Lubbock. Jonah Walker facing Bugner, who's 0 for 3 in the game, but he's a .361 hitter coming in from Pittsburgh State. Walker starts with strike one. The Monarchs facing arguably the two best pitchers on the Goldpanners today. They have 4 hits and 1 run. This one's hit to the right side. Garcia, nice play to scoop that bouncer, throws on to first, and Armstrong just able to keep his foot on the bag as the Panners avert disaster. And the 4-3 ground out moves Gutierrez to third. And now if you can take care of Gustafson here, then you get through that top of the order for maybe the last time. But you got to take care of Gustafson here. He's 0 for 3, a .208 hitter. 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th of this 1-1 game. The winner moves on to tomorrow's semifinals, 6 p.m. Central Time, 3 in Alaska. Walker looks at the runner at third. That one is popped up, left field side. It's headed foul. It's going to get out of play over the bullpen. Oh, man. A tense one here in Wichita.
Here we go.
Gustafson awaits the 1-1. Swings and fouls it off the glove of catcher Olea. And it's 1-2. Can Walker finish off Gustafson and strand Gutierrez at third and keep this a 1-1 game? Huge pitch coming up from Jonah Walker. And this one's hit high into center field. Shackelford called off by Davidson, who makes the catch for out number 3. No harm done on the 1-out double by Gutierrez. Oh man, what a ball game in Kansas. It's 1-1. We're going to the 8th in the quarterfinals on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Braden Pacha back out to pitch here in the 8th inning of this NBC World Series quarterfinal game. It's the last day of the season for one of these teams. Goldpanners trying to play on and earn their trip to the semifinals tomorrow. Braden Pacha from Pitt State University in Kansas.
Second baseman, number 11,
Now facing
Garcia.
Alex Garcia from North Pole, Alaska. Garcia fouls this one back and out of play. Thought he might try to get on with a bunt single here. But Garcia swinging away against Pacha. Third pitcher of the game after Geisbrecht and Aiden Benson. Fouled out of play, it's 0-2. The Goldpanners have been aggressive throughout this tournament. Swinging early and counts. Here's the 0-2. Garcia lifts one, and a leaping grab by the shortstop Bugner, and Garcia robbed of a base hit. Man, that had hit written all over it, but Bugner tracks it perfectly. And a tough break for Garcia and the Goldpanners there.
The first baseman,
Boy, you get him on base to open up the inning, and you're in business. Instead, now Ian Armstrong will try to spark a rally in the 8th inning of a 1-1 ball game. Armstrong and then Penal due up. Tough day for Ian at the plate. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Alaska Goldpanners 34-5 on the season. Have won 15 straight and 27 of 28. The Hutchinson Monarchs 30-8 on the season. Lost 1 game here at the tournament. That was to the Seattle Studs. That gave the Studs the pool and forced the Monarchs to play yesterday and earn their trip here to today's action. Hutch run ruling the Seattle Blackfins yesterday 9-0. So it didn't have to work too hard. And here's the 1-2. Fouled out of play by Armstrong. He's got home run power. We've seen that all summer long. No home runs in the game today for either team. Armstrong and then Penal against Pacha. Outside for a ball. 2-2 now from Braden Pacha, the Wichita, Kansas native, 6'2" right-hander, against Ian Armstrong, this 6'1" right-handed hitter from St. Mary's. Armstrong hits this one high to right, going back is Gutierrez, and he gets under it and will make the catch for out number 2, an 0 for 4 day for Ian. And now Matthew Penal, and hopefully Armstrong gets another turn. Matthew Penal, 1 for 3 today with an infield single. We are in the top of the 8th inning. We're getting late in this one, and it's all tied at 1. Trip to the semifinals on the line. Penal pops this one out of play. Well, a game like this, you hope not only to win, but to win easily so you can save arms. Not the luxury for either team today in this 1-1 game. This is outside for a ball. Catcher was set up a little off the plate. That fooled the fans who thought that should have been a strike call. Lefty-righty matchup, and Penal takes a strike that time. It's 1-2. 2 down and the base is empty. Penal owns the last base hit for the Goldpanners. That was that infield hit in the 6th. That's been the only hit since the Panners scored in the 4th. Here's a broken bat roller to short. And he's out 6-3, a 1-2-3 inning for Pacha. Still tied at 1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th in Kansas on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Bottom of the 8th inning here at the NBC World Series. It's quarterfinal day, and the Panners tied at 1. Good job by Armstrong to field that baseball hit right over the first base bag. Such a good defender, Ian Armstrong. And Jonah Walker gets to the bag in plenty of time. And Tyson Vassard is out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Oh, man. Sweating this one out, as you are too back home. 1-1 game. The Panners took a 1-0 lead. An RBI single from Christian Olea scoring Davidson, who doubled with 2 outs in the 4th. It was 1-0. And then in the 6th inning, the Monarchs manufacture a run with no base hits. A swinging third strike pass ball put a runner on. 2 walks loaded the bases, and a wild pitch brought in the tying run. That one is hit right up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop, who can't make the play. No chance for Stevenson. Hit right over the second base bag. And Mustow is on with a 1-out single. That's the 5th hit of the game for the Monarchs, just 4 for the Goldpanners. 2 teams who pack up a lot of hits and score a lot of runs. The time is called. Did they bring a pinch runner in? Mustow got the single. We'll have to get a number on the jersey to see if there is a pinch runner in with 1 out. Runner at first, Christian Olea. Will have to keep an eye on the runner, the Goldpanner catcher, Blake Bradford. .336 hitter with 6 home runs, is 0 for 1 with 2 walks, and he hits this one off the glove of Garcia, and that slows the ball down enough for the runner to get all the way to third. And the Monarchs are in business here in the 8th. All right, Garcia laid out for that one. And off the end of the glove. And that was enough to advance the runner to third. And the Monarchs have the go-ahead run at third base. And here comes head coach Carlos Gonzalez. Want to talk things over with all of his infield. And big trouble here with the season on the line. Jonah Walker, who has been so reliable all season long. An infield hit and then another infield hit. Have runners at the corners with 1 out in the 8th inning. Keegan Demmer, the batter, is 0 for 2 with a walk so far. And the Panners in dire need of a double play, a pop-up, or a strikeout here. We will take the former. Keegan Demmer has a chance to put his team in position to advance to the semifinals. If he can deliver a base hit here against Jonah Walker. And Walker readies to Keegan Demmer, the Monarchs catcher. Jonah Walker against Demmer with runners at the corners and 1 out. The left-hander's pitch shows bunt, takes a strike. Will they squeeze in this situation? The 0-1 to Demmer. Swings through it for strike 2. Could Jonah get a strikeout? And he kind of out without the ball getting out of the infield here. The 0-2. You can't waste one here with the runner at third. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Over to second goes Bradford running on the pitch. No throw from Olea. No reason to chance that here, especially with the big jump. But the strikeout of Demmer means there are 2 down for Joey Senstock. And oh boy, what a bat for Senstock. 0 for 3 in the game, but none of that matters now. Second and third with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And communication difficulty there. That was not the pitch that Christian Olea was expecting, so he jogs out to the mound to talk to Jonah Walker. What a ball game, isn't this something? Goldpanners and Monarchs tied at 1 in the bottom of the 8th, and the Monarchs have runners at second and third with 2 outs. Joey Senstock awaits the 1-0 from Jonah Walker. Grounded right side, Ian Armstrong on 2 ups, will step on the bag for out number 3, and Walker gets out of it with a magic act. Oh man, we're going to the 9th here in Kansas. The NBC World Series quarterfinals, 1-1 ball game on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Well, the roster was wrong for the Hutchinson Monarchs as we come back to Wichita, Kansas here at the NBC World Series quarterfinal matchup between the Alaska Goldpanners and Hutchinson Monarchs. New pitcher into the game is number 25, Mitchell Johnson, who's listed as a right-hander. We said earlier everybody was right-handed on the pitching staff, but that's clearly wrong because Mitchell Johnson's on the bump throwing left-handed. He's a Derby, Kansas native. 6'4", 240 from Cowley County College. Pitching here against the Goldpanners in the top of the 9th inning. And he starts with strike 1 to Vinny Venverlo. Season on the line here in this 1-1 game as we start the 9th. The Goldpanners again the road team. They bat first. Takes inside for a ball. The big 6'4", 220-pound left-hander, 240-pound left-hander. 20-year-old facing Vinny Venverlo. Fouls this one off. Boy, can the Panners regain the lead? Had this 1-0 lead until the 6th inning when the Monarchs tied it. Monarchs with a golden opportunity to get the go-ahead in the 8th, but Jonah Walker shuts them down. Misses away. Venverlo from San Diego, 2-ball, 2-strike count. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. He'll be followed by Garrett Davidson and Christian Olea. And the 2-2. Outside ball 3. Can the Panners get the leadoff runner on? My goodness, that would be gigantic here in the 9th. Venverlo awaits the payoff pitch. Takes ball 4 away. Leadoff walk to Venverlo. Mitchell Johnson, the 4th pitcher in the game. after Geisbrecht, Benson, and Pacha. 2 scoreless for Pacha, no base hits, 2 strikeouts and a walk. And now they turn it over to Mitchell Johnson, who walks the first batter here in the top of the 9th. And now the Monarchs dugout starts to sweat a little more. And we're going to get, we're going to get a pinch hitter here. Hunter Friedberg is going to bat here for the Goldpanners for Garrett Davidson. So interesting choice here as they bring in the left-handed hitting Friedberg. And he puts a bunt down, and it's a good one. Fielded at third. The throw to first, though, is in time from Senstock. Nice throw from Senstock. And that's why Friedberg was batting, to get that sacrifice bunt down. But now you lose Davidson in the lineup. But the go-ahead run here in the top of the 9th is into scoring position for Christian Olea. Oh, man. Can the new guy get the go-ahead RBI? Christian Olea has the only RBI for the Goldpanners today. From Arkansas Tech, the senior. Takes one right down the interstate for a strike. Christian 1 for 3 today. 6 for 16 here at the NBC as a Goldpanner. Against the lefty, Mitchell Johnson. Here's the 0-1. Takes strike 2. Couple of fastballs, 87. Olea and then Shackelford. Base hit would probably give the Goldpanners the lead. Here's the 0-1. Olea chops one in front of home plate. And the throw to first is in time, and Olea grounds out. And staying put at second is Venverlo. And now it's all up to David Shackelford.
The center fielder, number 12.
0 for 2 with a walk today. In his biggest at-bat of the season. The junior from Hope International. He's been in these spots before. Can he drive in the go-ahead run with 2 outs? Swings and fouls this one out of play. Top of the 9th inning of this 1-1 game. The leadoff walk, the sacrifice bunt. Olea grounds out to the pitcher. And now it's all up to Shaq. Fouls it off the netting. It's 0-2. And can Mitchell Johnson get out of this inning and give the Monarchs a chance to walk it off? The crowd clapping in unison. Shaq awaits the 0-2. Takes down low. It's 1-2. And now these two are crossed up on that pitch, and Demmer able to get his glove down to block that ball to keep it from getting to the backstop. Not the end of the world if a runner gets to third, but now a conference on the mound. First baseman Mustow joins the conversation between Johnson and Demmer. And now the home plate umpire comes to break it up. David Shackelford. California native. Trying to get a huge base hit here in Kansas. One-two pitch from Johnson. And the off-speed pitch freezes him for strike 3. Panners leave the go-ahead run at second. And we are going to the bottom of the 9th inning. 1-1, Goldpanners and Monarchs on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Garo Von Dane here in Wichita, Kansas at the 91st NBC World Series. And the home fans here cheering on the Hutchinson Monarchs, hoping they can walk off the Goldpanners here in the bottom of the 9th. A 1-1 game. Jonah Walker back out for his 4th inning of work in relief of Luke Sarantos, who went 5 2/3. Facing Dylan Bell, and then look out, Jake Gutierrez and Drew Bugner due up. So gotta take care of the leadoff spot here, Bell, with the dangerous Gutierrez on deck. Dylan Bell gets hit by the pitch from Walker, and oh no. Jake Gutierrez, the top hitter on the Monarchs, will stand in with a runner at first base and nobody out. He's 3 for 4 with a double in the ball game. The double was off of Jonah Walker. And he deals a pitch down and in for ball 1. Will Carlos Gonzalez make a move to the pen? A left-hander is throwing. It's Jack Clark. Gutierrez takes inside 2-0. Incredible ball game here. Both teams, though, have had trouble getting the big base hit. This game would be over if not for the Monarchs scoring the tying run on a wild pitch. They got a run, the tying run, in the 6th inning without a hit. Otherwise, Panners would be pitching for the win. Gutierrez with a 2-1 count against Walker with a runner at first. There's the strike call. A little delay, and then that got the Hutchinson fans salty. And now 1 strike away from getting rid of Gutierrez. Can Walker K him? The 2-2. Hit high into right field down the line, and this will drop just out of the reach in foul territory of Owen Mealy. Oh. Mealy almost got there. Boy, this would be massive if he can take care of Gutierrez for the first out. It's 2-2. On the most dangerous bat for the Monarchs. Grounds this one to third. That's a fair ball. The throw across the diamond is in time. However, Bell goes to second. That's just as good as a sac bunt here in the bottom of the ninth. That ball's hit in the middle. You can get the force out at second. And here's Drew Bugner with a chance to win it and send the Monarchs into the semifinals and end this season for the Goldpanners. Jonah Walker, this is his game. Facing Bugner. Pop-up or a strikeout needed. Swing and a miss. Bugner is 0 for 4, but he's a .361 hitter coming in. After him is Gustafson. He's 0 for 4 also. Walker's 0-1 pitch. Swinging a foul tip into the glove of Olay. It's 0-2. Bugner from Pittsburgh State. Andale, Kansas native. Jonah Walker's 0-2 pitch. Just misses. 1-2 outside. The 1-2. Hit down the left field line. And that's a fair ball, and that is your ball game by inches. The Monarchs storm the field, and the Goldpanners fall in Kansas. The hit of his life, Drew Bugner, down the left field line, and it lands inches inside the line and gives the Monarchs a 2-1 victory in walk-off fashion. Well, it's always tough when it comes to a close. And the Goldpanner season ends before they wanted it to, but what a sensational year it has been for this coaching staff and this ball club. They will end the year 34-6, and they are eliminated from the NBC World Series in the quarterfinal round, and they will not live to see another day this season. But what a wonderful season it has been, and we have to thank all of our great staff in Fairbanks. I don't have much time right now before we have to sign off and get the team back to the hotel, but you know who you are. Everyone back in Fairbanks, all of our loyal viewers and listeners on PannerVision, our wonderful staff here with the Goldpanners, Chris Carlson engineering, controlling, Shay Wally producing back at the studios, and man oh man, the 2025 season comes to an end. It's tough, but it's the reality here today. The Panners end their season in Wichita, Kansas, in the quarterfinal round to the Hutchinson Monarchs. I'm Garo Von Dane saying thank you so much for everything all summer long, and we will see you next June for more Goldpanners baseball from the golden heart of Alaska. We love you all back there. Goldpanners season comes to a close with a 2-1 loss to Hutchinson. Garo Von Dane signing off one last time. Good night, everyone.